Hi, I'm questioning a stealth Muslim, and I think I'll put this on live leak when I'm done with it. I say that since he says he's not a Muslim, I start shooting out these depth charges by asking him these questions that I'll start showing here. Okay, yeah, here it goes. Okay, if you aren't a Muslim, pick out something from the Quran that keeps you from being a Muslim. Okay. Is it Quran 424? That it removes African American complaint for the time the U.S. had slavery when it says, quote, forbidden to you are married women except what your right hand possess? Where you can have, in other words, where you can have sex with someone's wife if she's your slave? Is it Quran 18, 74 through 81, where an innocent youth is killed just by fearing he will grow up to disappoint parents and show ungratefulness toward Allah? Is it Quran 9, 1 through 5, that tells Muslims that can break peace treaties, rise up and slay non Muslims after sacred months? What is it that keeps you from being a Muslim? If you aren't taqiying, lying for Allah, thanks to Quran 328 and 6106, which allows Muslims to lie, which is it that keeps you from being a Muslim? Or is it due to the hadith with Mo saying that at night Satan sleeps in the upper interior of your nose? Your paranoia made you think that Muslims had taken over YouTube, as anyone can see from the title and context of this video. And now your paranoia has you convinced that because I correctly informed you of your ludicrous mistake, you now latch on to me, thinking I must be a Muslim. Facepalm. Christian Prince, aka Investigate Islam, Muhammad Tube, Pal Talk, had his whole accounts closed just because he was exposing Islam, the Islam you deny. So was Ahmed's Quran 3, who was also yanked off of YouTube. If it makes me paranoid to think YouTube could be possibly under under Islamic control, I don't see it. I have said it before, and I'll say it again. You are a fucking idiot. I can see just by the formless expression on the formless expression on your face in your videos that you were born and raised a bit slow. Did you attend special school? I do have a Taoist tattoo. Does that mean I'm a Taoist too? Why don't you post a picture of it and your face on the internet? Or will you have to shave off your weird beard first? The long and short of it is this. You posted a video claiming proof. You thought that Muslims owned YouTube. Well, the more you go on, I'm starting to think that YouTube just might. By the way, I never said the owning of YouTube by Muslims was definite, but the more you go on, I'm beginning to wonder. Again, in Islam, you are allowed to lie and... Oh, yeah. Again, in Islam, you are allowed to lie and deceive, even deny Allah. See Quran 16:106. So you can put forth any history about you all you want. There is still Quran 16:106, 328, Mo saying war is deceit, opening the door to, quote, holy lying. You now know that just by removing the Arabic words in its title, the related items change. You've even stated that you proved what I said to be correct by changing the title yourself. Right. Yeah, you keep on going. Yet you keep on going on acting like I continue to think it was definite that Islam owned YouTube. When the worst I said was apparent. Is apparent. Is apparent definite? The same word for you. Do they have the same meaning to you? To me, they don't. But since you have to try to discredit me to defend a religion that says women have half a brain compared to that of men, and are in hell more than men because they quote cuss a lot and show ungratefulness toward their husbands, unquote, you have to try to keep up with your attempt to attack me, or are you just insane? Your pathetic attempt now to try to say, quote, it was a question because it has a question mark in its title is ridiculous because you clearly state in your video, quote, YouTube is owned by the Muslims. Well, the more you go on, the more I'm beginning to think it is. You said that no one else did, and it's not a question, but it's wrong, very wrong. I'm beginning to think it's owned by Muslims the more you go on in such a desperate manner. P.S. This is one of your more strange responses. Ha ha ha. Let's see it. Quote, you're clearly obsessed with religion, and you say, really? When did I start bringing stuff forth about Catholicism? Right, I said that, and your point. Oh, if this isn't weird, I don't know what is. You should have said, quote, you're clearly obsessed with Islam. It would have been more right, for I am a bit obsessed with Islam and not religion, even though I do consider Islam a religion, the king of religions, meaning that it's the most binding. Muslims have a tendency to say that the one who exposes or criticizes Islam is attacking religion. I think you gave yourself away again. No, I know you did. You know that Islam is a religion, don't you? Right. But as a Muslim, you have to lie and say, I'm obsessed with religion, and not use the I word, Islam. That is typical from Muslims and stealth Muslims. It's like saying those who attack Islam are racist in an attempt to get Islam victimhood status with liberals. You know, even though any race or human can end up sticking their patootie in the air 5 times a day. And, even though they do that, I bet it works. I bet it works. You do realize that 99% of that content you've published here is about Islam, don't you? Really? I thought I was talking about the space alien invasion. I think that the more you qualified, you are obsessed with religion. Oh, that hurt. If it doesn't, then that content of those videos most certainly does. Can you be obsessed with something and not be paranoid? If I thought you were fanatical about your own religion, I would refuse. If I thought you were fanatical about your own religion, I would have referred to you as a religious, quote, fanatic, unquote. I have no problem with fanatics, extremists, nor fundamentalists. Only if, to prove their fanaticism, extremism, or fundamentalism, they have to obey Quran 9, 111, 38, and 39 by going off and, quote, kill and be killed in Allah's cause, unquote, to keep Allah from replacing them and having them experience a, quote, painful torture, unquote. You are obsessed, nut job. We will leave that up to our readers to decide. You are suffering from paranoia. We'll leave that to our readers to decide as well. You were completely wrong in this video and this thread, and your desperate attempts, troll-like responses to straw men argue your way out of it. Really? Only emphasize that fact. Again, we'll leave that up to our readers to decide. And that's it. Bye.